Hello and welcome to the Bike Show. Lots to get through as usual. Later in the show, Harry here is going to be riding a Triumph Thunderbird.
But first, if you've been thinking about taking a bit of a biking holiday but you can't really think of where to go to, have a look at this and Clinton Pienaar might have a bit of inspiration.
Okay, this is Clinton reporting for the Bike Show. I've been invited to India through the guys that do extreme bike tours, and they do it on Royal Enfields. The bikes are 1958 or 59 design Enfields. The factory closed down there. They started making them here. The bikes are about 70 model bikes that we're using, and what an experience! What an absolute privilege to actually be riding in India.
So we're talking about one of the most amazing biking holidays you could possibly ever take. Let's go back to the beginning. It's obviously based out of India. So what happens? How do you get there?
Look, there's an English guy, Zander, who went over to India, fell in love, had a girlfriend there, fell in love with the place, decided to not go back and needed to have a business and started the thing with Royal Enfields, obviously Royal Enfield bikes coming originally from the UK. And just started traveling up and down to different places in India and just found out that all the corners of India offer something different. And as a matter of fact, if you go back a bit, he actually was the one guy that the Top Gear guys actually used as their fixer-up when they did their trip.
When they did that India special trip or whatever, yeah, okay.
So the guy's knowledge of and knowing how to find these little places and even speaking their lingo is quite amazing. You know, it's an English guy, but he's an Indian at heart.
So it's Royal Enfields, which, as we know, are kind of... Is it a modern version of a Royal Enfield, or... I mean, look, they're all like a late 50s design, aren't they? But, I mean, you can still get it brand new today. So is it a brand new bike or not?
No, it's not the new bikes. The ones that we were... Actually, the Bullets, they were made in 1970. So it still had the gear change on the left... No, the gear change on the right and the brake on the left. And I must tell you, that's all fine, good and well. You can ride it. The moment you think that you're overcooking a corner and you go into instinct, you actually go for the brake and you just hook another gear. So it's actually...
But look, most of the roads I imagine you're travelling up, if they're not incredibly poor tar, they're dirt, aren't they?
Yeah. Look, you fly into Delhi for the Himalayan. They offer you many different packages, yeah. But you fly into Delhi and then you take a bus ride of hell for like 15 hours. I must tell you, it's...
Because why is it hell?
Well, you start off in Delhi, and okay, and you spend the first evening there, and Delhi's hot and it's humid, like Durban multiplied by 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
It's just, and then the next morning you leave early, and then you just ride on these busy roads. But the Indians believe that nothing will happen to you unless God or whatever has actually put it on your path. So you can actually ride and do what you like. You'll see traffic passing where the guy just can't, and the bus driver will make this guy really sweat, and at the last moment, I promise you, the first few hours, I just thought this is madness. And we did see a death on the road. I mean, it happens.
So possibly the scariest bit of your trip was actually the bus trip to the start point.
And in the beginning, there's lots of traffic, and then later you start riding on all these passes. But the bus drivers go around blind corners on the outside of a bus, flash lights, hooter, and then I just went and stood right behind the driver and just took a few pictures because I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
OK, so you survive the bus journey and you get to your start point. I presume the bikes are lined up there for you, and then you're riding uphill, I suppose, are you? Is that the idea? Is it a loop? Do you do a big sort of loop, or do you have to go somewhere and come back?
Well, I must tell you, when you get to your place, which is called Manali, that is already 2,000 meters above sea level, and that is your starting point.
So that's higher even than we are at Joburg, or that's quite considerably.
400 meters,
yeah,
eh?
400 or 500 meters higher.
And already, yeah, we lose a lot of power on the bikes compared to the coastal places, 17%. So in any case, you start from there, and then you still travel up. Your highest point is over 6,000 meters.
18,000, 19,000 feet.
So, yeah, like that. Just under 19,000 feet.
Wow.
So you're definitely short of breath. A lot of people got ill.
Really?
No, look, this is an adventure. It's not a...
Yeah, it's not easy by the sounds of it.
Yeah. But, so, and the bikes, I mean, I don't know what horsepower a 1970s Enfield has got, but when you start it,
18,000 feet.
It all works with kickstarters, so it's all old carburetor. When you kick it, it's like there's no compression, and even when it starts, you can just hear it's like... But you'd rather be on that than walking.
So tell me, as people are riding up, are some of them getting altitude sickness then? Did they have to stop riding? Is there a support vehicle? Should they feel a bit...
Look, look, it's well organised. There is a support vehicle, but the safety standards in India are completely different to anywhere else in the world. There's only 10 of us on bikes. There's a support truck, and there's a leader, obviously, that takes you with a bike. On the support truck is another bike, and there's another little Indian chap, a young chap, no helmet, did the 3,000 kilometers with us, didn't wear a helmet not once, and he just followed us. And when something went wrong with a bike, which it invariably does, he then just gives you his bike, and then he takes the piece of junk and they quickly put it together.
But did no one then get so much... In fact, before I ask this question, let's just have a quick look at Clinton speaking to camera. Where is this again?
Okay, this point is only at about 5,000 feet. We still went another, no, 5,000 meters.
So 15, 16,000 feet.
Yeah, so we still went up another kilometer, and you can hear my voice.
OK, cool. Don't preempt yourself. Let's check it out.
We're at the top of the Spiti Valley. This is one of the little shrines that they got. Every colour means something else. Every time the little flag waves, it sends a little prayer up. I can feel that I'm short of breath. And yeah, just a very special place to be. Absolutely loving it. Gone.
Yeah, I know he has a sneaky cigarette every so often, but I don't think that's the problem. I can definitely hear you wheezing up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you feel lightheaded or anything?
Not lightheaded, but you feel like you've got no energy and you don't want to walk fast. You just take small little steps and, yeah, you're very short of breath.
What intrigues me is obviously these dirt roads and stuff. I know you're very experienced, but be honest, did you ever bail off it?
You're going so slow and the little bikes are low, so even someone with not very good bike control could quite easily do a trip like this.
Because I happen to know, I've seen some of the footage, because you don't want to be crashing up there, do you? I mean, we take a look at this, talk us through what happened. Were you near this crash when it happened?
Yeah, you actually see in this crash, the guy actually passes me, his name's Chris, and you can see he just started getting his mojo on, because there's like a lot of mud, and then directly when he started speeding up, he crashed. And if you look at where he crashed, I mean, I was behind him, the bike literally ended like half hanging over, I don't know, 300 metre cliff.
1,000-foot drop, it looked like,
If the bike had started rolling, we would have not have got it back. It would have just rolled right to the bottom.
This really does sound like the ride of a lifetime. What sort of money are we looking at to go on one of these things?
Look, it's not cheap. I think they offer 6 different tours, and they even offer different packages with people that want to do the 5-star experience. But all the trips vary between $4,000 and $6,000.
Which doesn't sound that bad to me, really, in terms of you got the bike hire and the support. You're obviously paying your flights to get there, are you?
You pay for your own flights there and back. And I must tell you, once you land, you pay for absolutely nothing. If you would like to head off on your own and go and have a few beers at the local pub that evening, you'd pay for that. But all your meals, everything
fuel,
is...
everything's taken
Every
care
time
of.
you stop for fuel, it's taken care of. So the dollars that you pay, that is your only expense.
Give us the name of the company again.
It's the T-shirts either got smaller or I've got fatter, but it's
No
Extreme
comment.
Bike Tours.
Extreme Bike Tours. We'll stick the internet details up for you so you can check that out. Nice one, Clinton. It sounds like you've actually got me properly interested. I really do fancy going to the Himalayas. I'll just have to take a cork for my bottom or something and we'll survive. OK, join us again. We'll be back with more lovely stuff about motorcycling after the break.